on, let's say, if you attend day 10, bring your coloring book. Hey, Sarah. Bring your coloring book, and we're gonna send you your coloring book. Purchase a pack of coloring pencils. So yeah, I like that. So sip, chat, and color.
I know the last time we had to pay for the interpreter. I can't remember her full scope of work, but I remember she interpreted our colors and when we drew stuff.
Okay. What's her name?
The Indian girl. She's Guyanese.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna reach out to her. Thanks. Christine.
It was very intuitive, like and it's like she tapped into spaces that you knew but you couldn't describe for yourself.
Okay, so I'll reach out to Christine.
Yeah.
Okay. So the I like that we introduce in the sip, chat, and color.
Then we could probably have another day with healing and sexuality so people could get back to themselves. Because like when people, like women or even men, like when they're traumatized in a sexual way, like their sexuality and how they view the world, how they're receptive to, you know, relationships and anything might be. So yeah, we can have one.
Okay. Like
so you said you're gonna do Abby for that, right?
Right, in your pleasure central or something like that, right? So I'm gonna get Abby. Gratitude Day. There's somebody's creed. Sister Denise,
yes.
So give me your ideas. We're gonna have a self-care retreat. What would you suggest for the girls? Storytelling?
For my girls up the road, during self-care?
I don't know. During the 16 days.
Oh. You see, they don't go any place and they're feeling real housebound right now. And so we've been trying to get them involved in activities that kind of like, you know, so they do a lot of, there's one young woman there who does nails. And so it would be nice if we can have them do an activity rather than
tell their story,
focus on like a theoretical kind of thing, something that is more, you know, helpful to them. And a lot of them came with lice. I didn't even know that lice still exists.
Well, lice.
So like lice in the hair, yes, louse. I didn't know it still exists. I thought with the influx of shampoos and all of that went out the window. So I was really ignorant to that part. So anything that can help them with like physical self-care even would be good. You know, like real physical aspect, the mental part, I don't think they're ready for that yet in terms of like being quiet and reflect, and they're not ready for that. They're not ready for that.
Sister Denise, we need to take on your girls as a project, as a group.
Okay.
We can even become mentors to them. even if we don't meet with them in person, we can have a Zoom. Yeah,
A Zoom, yes, that would be good.
A mentorship program for those girls. Trish and Denicia, what do you think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if they have lice, if they have lice, they really don't know about simple self-care.
Right.
With things that we take for granted.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could not believe like we were spending $10,000 in stuff. And I'm like, what is that? What is this item? What is this? And they said, sisters, it's stuff for lice. I said, lice, like hair lice? She said, yes. Everybody comes with lice. The staff even got lice one time from them. So then the staff had to be treated too. Everybody had to be treated. I said, I didn't think it exists. So that's all basic things, basic things.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to forget. I have to even write it down. So while Sister Denise was speaking, it just came to me like we can have a day, or probably it could be interjected into some day where we have definition and redefinition of one's identity, where we learn to establish boundaries, healthy relationships, self-care, self-worth, esteem, and so on. I don't know if it could
with my girls,
or like
with the girls that would that be with the young women that I have?
No, that's why I'm saying I don't know if it can be interjected into some, like into your day with the young women, or it can be a standalone.
Okay, because some of those topics are very heavy and it takes a while for them to figure out boundaries. Boundaries is a big thing, and especially when you have been violated, you then have less boundaries and you don't know how to erect your own boundaries and things like that. We do have a psychologist working with them, but I have not been on top of what it is she has done so far, because when we keep getting girls coming in at varying points, I'm not sure what she would have done with the entire group. So it might have been with 2 or so. So I don't know what the entire group has done. But I do know that one topic sounded very heavy for them. But we got some of them and academically, they're learning their ABCs, and you're 15 years old. So I'm talking about people who have had hardly, if any, education at all. You see? So we would have to, do things that would make them comfortable with who they are. So to me, any kind of self-esteem kind of thing, in terms of like icebreakers and getting them into, learning how to begin to build their own esteem. And for me, and in Guyana, how you look and how you present yourself is a big part.
Okay.
So basically, with Sister Denise, it's just going to be something separate we're going to work on for the girls. You're going to have a day or days where things are going to be inclusive for teenagers, because they're teens, right?
Yes.
And then we have to do a separate project for them from what Sister Denise is describing.
Yeah.
But Sister Denise, I was listening to you, and apart from their level of literacy and as well as their exposure to certain things, we can't just have them like still, you want to help them, but still because of this, you kind of still boxing them off. So you think, oh, this is gonna be too much for them, or this gonna be sometime a little exposure can help people along the way, because as in relation to self-esteem and how they may look, the prettiest girl may not have self-esteem, and that's kind of common. So it's like when you're now trying to teach them and exposing them to certain stuff, they might even feel comfortable to even step out of the low self-esteem box and actually start looking at themselves differently. So we might want to be a little, not too touchy, but not yet, still not yet too, you know.
So what I'm saying, I'm not saying that we don't push them. That's not what I was saying. I was saying like some of the topics that you were listing were heavy topics, and they couldn't just come like blam one time. Those are topics that you have to break them into smaller parts and go over time, because you also have to look for behavioral change. So you're not just disseminating info. I don't think that that's what we want to do.
No. The information would be, in my view, if you're disseminating information, you need to know your target group. You could be disseminating probably the same information, but using a different strategy or a different way to like do it in a more simpler, or probably even in a game, an activity, rather than a whole sit down and have a big lecture about it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what this is about. I don't know how y'all approached it last year or anything like that. So I'm just feeling my way. So I was saying that one of the ways that we could do is let's look at self-care with them. And it's an activity that they can easily get into. And it's an activity that they'll be comfortable with. Now, from there, it could become a launching pad where you could do many other things. So I wasn't saying to underestimate them.
So what we did last year, Sister Denise, was a last minute stuff. I told someone, hey, you wanna collaborate for the 16 days of activism? And she said, yes, she had resources. She pulled on her resources. It was, some of it was some days, some children just came on and talk, and some people just came on and talk. Some days we had a panel of survivors, a lot of trauma. People share their trauma. This year, we don't want that. So we're being creative here. We don't have any rules or any inhibitions on how we can present it. We can I just would love us to be creative. Like anything that might be too heavy for the girls, we can think about a game. Like I created with this a game that I love a lot, category. I created an online category for my niece last week to present at a Lions meeting. So we can create a category game for on self-care. We can create a category game, or let's say some game, Scrabble on healthy boundaries. So let's be creative, put on your creative hats, and let's do something.
Okay, my next question would be, who is our audience?
I was just about to touch on that. Are you gonna just have a teenage audience for some days, an adult audience for some days, or you're gonna mix the two? Or
and how do we gather these people? How do we gather them?
Well, we just send out the invitations, and who joins, who joins, you know, if we can, yeah. So our target audience is a mixed group, because we want to meet from the adolescent to the senior.
Does that include males?
Yeah.
Like young men?
They suffer gender-based violence. Right? So creatively, what can we do? Excuse me, that I've been drinking a lot of water. Yeah. We came up with some good ideas. Okay, get back on your creative horse, everyone. Denicia, Trish, come on for Facebook.
How many days?
Janelle, huh?
How many days we covered so far?
We have something, 13. We have something in each slot for 13 days.
Okay.
I like the idea that we could be creative, because the everyday lecture could be daunting and monotonous. Sorry. What happened? Calendar. Yeah, gone quite silent on me.
Okay, it's just an idea.
Fundamentalist 10.
Denicia?
Yeah, speaking positive, right? But it's more like a interactive day where it will be on Zoom. So we'll have breakout rooms, and you can do small groups, like the most 3, but probably it can be tweaked based on your numbers, like the audience numbers. And we're dealing with positivity. You don't know me, I don't know you. But let's look at one another and generate some positive thoughts, right? And when they come back from the room, right, to the general room, they can share briefly, because remember, we'll be strangers and some people might not want to talk or whatever, but we'll have one representative from the room saying how the positive interactions were. But the moral of the exercise is to allow us to speak positive to ourselves and about people. So it's like, because some people could look at somebody and say, oh, you're so pretty, or you're so, but they can't say to themselves. So something like that, like an interactive thing.
Something like the mirror exercise. But we're mirroring
Yeah,
each
like a
other.
mirror exercise.
Will you guys think, add your creativity to that? That's a good idea.
It's difficult for me because I'm not sure what the audience is. So like if we're doing this exercise and we're having the women from the home on the Zoom, they will all 5 of them be in one room with one computer.
Oh, they would be in your one space with one computer.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how
so we won't be able
something
to
like that would work. I see what you're saying. I don't know how the audience will be because okay, like last night I was in a meeting and we had a breakout group, but there were 3 of us in this room on this one computer. And then we had 3 other persons, so we were 6 altogether for that breakout group. Now I'm not sure that the people who had the meeting intended for 6 of us, but the other 2 could not get on their little phones. It didn't have whatever to support the app. So I'm just trying to figure out like how would something like that work, because okay, I have the children at TIP. I also have those at Mercy Wings, which is different, you see? And so I'm thinking if I try to involve both these groups in this healing and prevention days that we're going to be having, like how do I work around some things like this?
So while you're talking, of course, my brain is going, and then you give the example of last night. So here we have 5 women, but they're using one computer, and we can't we can't put them in different breakout. So we put them in one breakout room, and we add 2 people that are new to that group. And have the activity among them. So I am sure they have not ever told each other, oh my God, you're so pretty. You have pretty teeth. You have pretty hair. You have, I like the way you dress. I like, so that we can do that. As opposed to breaking them out because it's one computer, so we just utilize that. Could we call that, what could we call that? We have
Be my mirror. Be my mirror, or you're my mirror, or my external mirror, something. It must be in a way that people wouldn't guess it.
My mirror. So my mirror. So you might think when my mirror, also I have to get a mirror.
A mirror.
But you don't know is that someone else is your mirror.
Yeah.
I like that.
Carmen.
Yeah.
Could we add, I mean, because I'm somewhat a bit confused. Because we're talking about the 16 days of activism, but we're also talking about a mentorship program for the girls. If it's accepted by Sister Denise, of course, because we have to have our blessing. And of course, I really, really like that idea of the mentorship program. And I know when we had self-discovery, we would have had Sister Bud. And I think it should be intentional that we just don't meet for 16 days and then we meet next year. It should be something that has some amount of permanency. And how could we bridge that? Like, just don't talk to them for 16 days as it relates to the girl. How could we partner with them and keep like a line of communication. And as older girls, because we old, right? But as older girls, how could we, knowing that we had certain situation in our life, and now that they're going through certain things, how we can help mentor them and be like a bigger sister and like a body to them and help them with self-care and other things, any other way that we can assist. I'm thinking, of course, at some point, if we can meet them in person and get assigned, of course, again, with Sister Denise blessings. And we're like different, especially persons from self-discovery, and we are assigned girls that we care to or cater to. And we help talk to them when they're having any moment since we did self-discovery, how we can assist them even in through educational programs and anything, and really become like a big sister to them and help them. Yeah. So I'm hoping that something like that can be a part of the program.
Well, excellent, excellent. That's why I mentioned the mentorship, but that's of course we have to get Sister Denny's blessing. And let's say it's 5 girls at the end of the 16 days, those 5 girls are assigned to someone. And we can figure out what we can do, what partnering with Mercy Wings for those girls.
These are 2 different things. They're 2 different things.
Yeah. This is after the 16 days.
Yes, but it's still 2 separate things. The 5 girls are in the home, a protective home for girls who have been trafficked.
Oh.
And then Mercy Wings is a vocational school where young people come and learn a skill, and they also might have had some amount of difficulties in life. So it's 2 different things. One set, the 5 that we're talking about, those girls are in protective care.
Okay, Sister Denise, I now realize, like, yeah, Sister Denise, I beg you to partner with Eagles for them, because I mean, we can do so much together for the girls that have been trafficked.
Right.
Yeah, that went over my head.
So they won't have their own device right now. They don't have their own device or anything. They are in total protective care.
Okay. And oh my God, that's so. Let's say for the 16 days we involving them, we'll have to hide their identity.
Right, we won't have on the camera.
No, we could have on the camera, but their faces could be blurred out. They could, their faces could have a heart, or the cameras could be off. And I mean, yeah, okay, Charmin, 16 days.
Let's stick to the 16 days
please,
first, and then we could figure the rest out.
I'm gone. So please. Yeah, okay. I got it now.
Okay, good.
Great idea. I like this, my mirror, because sometimes I need somebody to be my mirror, you know?
You know, it actually struck me when I was when I went to give the gift to the girl from Linden. So I was about to take a picture, and a girl was passing, a young lady, I must say. And she was like, "You look so pretty." And I was like, that's not something you find women doing to women and for women. You don't find that. Even if you say you're pretty, you're going to say it in your head and you're going to done. Or they might more say out loud, "Oh, look what she here. She going to do something better with she here." But to speak something positive loudly for another woman, it's not.
And I can ascribe to that, because if I see a woman and she looks good and you tell her they look at you like, oh,
It's something
you.
new.
Yeah. So
it's something new. They're not accustomed to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sister Denise, that tickled you?
Because I do it from time to time, but then because of who I am, everybody think that I was solicited.
Charmin, I don't know if you remember while we were on the trip to Kokwani, when you were telling the guy good morning while we were going up, and he was confused. And then when we met him at the border, he was like, because nice girls don't tell me morning or nice girls don't shake me off. So like to just greet people honestly and just with no other intention.
Yeah, because it's true. That's a perfect example. I forgot that. That's so true. I really like the mirror ID. I really like, because sometimes you tell a woman you look really nice. They do a double take and then thank you. She thinks she fooling me.
Yeah, it come across as fake.
Yeah. So that's a great idea. Wow. Yeah, good, man. I love it. Well,
you're not doing the financial thing anymore?
Oh, shucks. I have someone.
Yeah, because
she's just waiting for a date. Financial literacy, because most times gender-based violence, finance is a serious issue. So I have this person that teaches financial literacy. Where should we put that, early or late? Late, like like the 11, 12.
Yeah, because remember with financial literacy, some people feel like they're in a bondage, at least for me, honestly. Like you're in some kind of bondage where you don't know how stuff gonna work out. And so it's like when you get this break within yourself, like your personal being, and then you learn to handle your finances, when you learn boundaries and self-care and how to interact with people, how to go about. Yeah. And then you learn how to invest, decision making, saving.
Okay. Nice. I don't see any trauma on this page. That's so.
No, we don't want
so nice.
sad. No, not until sad.
Yeah. We all think about GBV from a senior perspective. You get 2 seniors. And Sister Denise, you and I are seniors in Guyana, you know that, right?
Yes, in the community here, I am the senior now.
Because they retire people at 55. It's crazy when you're now in the prime of your life.
Yeah.
The only thing
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, this is somebody who would have gone through it or is going through it? Because I don't think anybody thinks that seniors have gender-based violence. So, so to have this person say that, this happened or something to that effect, nobody thinks that,
Or we could have a senior who has had gender-based violence in their young age, right, during their lifetime, who can talk about the importance of healing. Right, because let's say somebody that is 75 or 80 that can say, I didn't process my trauma and now I'm doing it, or I did it at age 60.
It's not too late, yeah.
That it's not too late to be healed from the things you've been through.
Yeah, that's a great idea, because when I started self-discovery and I looked at the older women in the group, I was like, thank God you wait till you speak to something. Thank God. So it's like young people, it's like it was a drive. It's like, thank God I wait till I'm over 50. Thank God. Yeah. So that's really good. That was my mentality, and I'm being honest and vulnerable.
And I respect that. You elicited a roar from Sister Denise.
Don't worry, Sister Denise. We weren't in the same batch. It's not you. We weren't in the same batch.
A question. A question. I have 3 clients right now who are involved in relationships, and they're experiencing abuse. But of course, in Ghana, if he's not hitting me, then it's not abuse. Would these women be eligible to participate in this? Because I would like them to participate in as many other things other than my one-on-one with them. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Charmaine had to bring herself back. When you see the deep breath is come back.
Sharon, I wanted us to do something that one is an action at the end of the 16 days, like on the closing day. And it's something that should, one, connect us with nature.
Okay.
2, also some sort of like manifesting, like for instance, at the closing of the 16 days of activism, if we can each get, even if it's one orange balloon, and in our own spaces, you release it and you say something, some kind of I am statement.
Okay.
And it shows in different spaces at different parts of the world at the same time. We are all releasing orange balloons, and also it comes back into the theme, which would be Orange the World. And I hope we can do something like that. And it's just like one balloon.
Yeah. And in places like here where you can't release a balloon outside, I could release it in the house. Or you could release something, right?
Or and like if we can't release it, then we could, these balloons that they have like confetti inside. We have them, and then we just put the orange thing inside, and then you orange the world. When you pop your balloon, and it's like you're popping out of your bubble, you're coming out of you're releasing yourself, like Trish.
And you're releasing our trauma also.
Yeah, like you pop your balloon, since we can't be releasing it. Plus, Trish, I know if I get money for helium by around the time.
$600.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No,
and it's just to put in
go Chinese trading.
But yeah, I don't know if popping the balloon with the orange stuff, it's like more like a releasing, escape,
instead of
new journey, redefinition.
And you get to say something, some kind of new manifestation,
or something.
While you do that, you say that, and this how we end.
Nice.
Oh, the computer is gonna die. Look at that, the screen, guys.
I like what she put here. She said, pop the balloon and take the torch.
Mhm.
Pop and torch. Pop and torch.
Okay. Wow, we did a lot in an hour. Give yourself a round of applause. Good job. I love it.
It's who used to clap like this in self-discovery. Somebody, Trish, it was you?
No.
My
It was-
No,
Somebody used to clap.
Janelle.
Oh,
Janelle used to do that. You do that
Yeah,
when you go poetry
Yeah.
and you hear him and the poet says something, you do that. Yeah. Okay, guys. Anything else? I mean, we're gonna, that last day is gonna be, the last 2 days is gonna be grand. I have a friend, but so what we need to do is organize it so it has a good flow.
mhm. And content and context.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But these are the topics.
Mm.
And like the things that are going to warrant presentations, we separate them. So you don't have presentation today, presentation tomorrow, presentation.
Yeah, it's gonna be dreary.
Right.
Right?
So, like,
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling you about the self-defense, but I don't have anyone to
Oh,
teach
shucks.
the
Yeah, I
self-defense.
got that. Oh my God. Thank you for reminding me. The guy texts me like, I got a guy from the Bronx, somebody told him I need someone on to do self-defense, but I'm sure I have to pay him. But
How much is it to pay him?
I'll let you know. I'll reach out to him. Thank you
So
for
Janelle, this is like physical self-defense, like physical.
physical.
Yeah,
Where he's
physical.
I might need it.
where he's
You know, I
gonna
never
come. He's gonna come on Zoom, and
Mhm.
yeah, his name is Khalif, and he's gonna show us some self-defense moves. Right? Because remember, we're talking prevention.
Mhm.
And so yes, Janelle. So that's gonna be in the self-care. Self-care, we're gonna say personal care, self-defense. All right, I have it up there. I'm gonna send him a text.
They also talk about in dealing with especially with trauma, like assertive training and teaching people psychological skills. So that will come in like imagery, self-talk and stuff like that. That'll come in self-care.
Okay. Self-imagery, right? Self-imagery. What else did you say?
They call it psychological skills or assertiveness training.
Self-talk. So we got find someone. Oh, and we're gonna have a chiropractor.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
I made one for my back.
Oh my gosh, I wish it was in person. He could have worked on me.
We're gonna have a chiropractor. I didn't invite Shelly because I wanted when I invite her, we must have everything, you know.
But isn't he supposed to be contributing as well if seeing that is a collaboration?
Yeah, but I told Shelly, oh, can you write a letter? She said, write it to me. I'll you write it and send it to me. I'll fix it. I said, okay, it doesn't make sense. She said, I'll tweak it. So yeah, it's okay. We're gonna bring her in no, next week. But this is our planning committee. Assertiveness training. So we need like some self-talk, affirmation.
What that looks like.
Yeah. Anything else?
What is like the time on each day? Like how long are we spending per day?
Yeah.
1 to 2 hours. Should not exceed that.
Right.
1 to 2 hours. And what time of the day do you guys think is the best time? And we have to consider that people go to work, people are at school. We don't have anyone in those time zones that we're catering for. I had two Africans that wanted to collaborate and I said, no, I want to do it. And I was not gonna do this, guys. It's Shelly. God maybe spoke to Shelly.
Honestly, I don't know what time.
Yeah.
Because when we did it last year, it was during COVID and everyone was like at home.
Yeah.
10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and probably days when your boss wants a meeting or somebody calling you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But probably I think in the afternoon.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Remember, we got a time difference.
Well, I was just going to say that.
Time difference, and you need to give people time to reach home from work. So most people would come off at 4:30. So we start at 6, which is going to be 5 your time. Too early?
Let's say 6:30.
Yeah.
6:30, 5:30.
30-hour time.
I think that's a reasonable time.
7:30 to 8:30.
So 6:30 to 8:30.
And then if it passed through the weekend, we could tweak the time on the weekend.
Maybe on the weekend we can do it earlier. Or
yeah.
And then when we can really sit and chat and like it's fun.
Exactly. So our weekend should be when we do retreat, self-care, and are those activities.
Right.
Let me see what days are the weekend. The 27th and the 28th. So let me see, day 1 is 11:25. With 2 is 11:26. 11:27. 11:28. One of these nights is Thanksgiving. Thank God that
The 25th.
the 25th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that day, that night could just be an hour because all we would do is launching, opening. It's gonna be an opening.
You
I'm
could probably put the gratitude theme for that day because there's a theme for gratitude
okay.
that Denicia suggested.
No, for the opening, I think we wanna do something quick. A little.
No, I'm talking about Thanksgiving. For Thanksgiving Day.
25th. The
But
25th is the
But that's the
opening
day
day.
we started.
Oh, that's the day we starting. Oh,
And man, we want Thanksgiving with when they have them. I'm Indian.
okay, we're not yet. That's another topic by
Right.
itself. All right.
12:02. Okay. Sister Denise, this is off of like after the thing after this, maybe I can think of ways that we can get those 5 girls 5 iPad mini.
Okay.
Because I have a place where I purchase them used, and it's not like they're used, it's because they weren't sold, and it's like $50.
No, you're kidding me.
Remember Denicia said when she was presenting the girl with the stuff and somebody passed the thing, right, she presented an iPad mini and I paid $52 for that iPad mini.
Okay.
And Apple, of course.
Wow.
So I have this website. Yeah,
But we will have to talk.
Right? So yeah.
Could we do like a fundraiser also? I mean, it shouldn't be only on you, but it would be really nice to get the band back together.
Yeah.
What about the walk? You forgot about
like
the walk?
I forgot, guys.
I wasn't
we
sure.
have a walk. You see, girl, you see what we
wasn't sure we were doing walks because of everything, COVID and this and curfew and all of that. I wasn't sure.
Hold up. Sister Denise.
Yes.
Come to the 24th century with me. It's a virtual walk.
It's a you see, I ain't get there yet. I'll have to get the mini.
So I already created it. We have a virtual walk.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a virtual walk. And the thing is, like every day we walk or run a mile for the 16 days. And throughout the 16 days, maybe 16 miles.
1 mile a day?
1 mile a day, walk, run. You could run, like I was telling someone, I could run a mile in the house, just run from the living room to the dining room until 10 times and it's a mile.
And it's a mile.
And I don't have to go outside, right? So we could be creative. You might say, I can't go outside. So do it in the house. I forgot the virtual opening and launch. And every day we'll just talk about the virtual walk. Let me just add it right here. I have to get the VA to put on the domain and work on it for me. All right. Yeah. Janelle, thank you, darling. You're such a blessing.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Yeah.
the stuff that Trish suggested, that's gonna fall in the night or in the day?
Which stuff?
In the day,
Huh?
where we orange the world.
So like for the last day, which is the 10th, let me see what that is. That's a Friday. We can, instead of 5:30, we can start 6:30. So it could be, instead of 6:30, we could start 5:30, or if we can get the balloons with the confettis, if it's not too much, asking people to get.
Oh, you get your balloon and you chip the stuff up and you put it inside.
Oh, I didn't.
You get a paper punch and you just punch.
You just like chip up your paper, push it in the balloon, and then you air up your balloon. What you asking?
Denise, you make mine. You make my own.
Yeah. After like
We're in Guyana here. Don't forget. We're in Guyana. Don't forget. We get very creative there.
I'm already thinking of going to look for orange confetti balloons.
No, get an orange balloon or a white balloon and you put your orange confetti inside, or however which way you want to put it. An orange balloon with an orange confetti, you chip up type paper and put it in. Something. This is finance.
You get orange cardstock. Get orange cardstock and just get a paper punch and you just punch.
Yeah.
And then you just get a funnel or use your hand and just put it in.
Put it in, yeah.
There's a lot of work.
But isn't going to look for it a lot of work?
No,
I
would just type in confetti balloons on Google, see where it is and order it. That's it.
Lucky you.
But I like the idea of making it. Or it could be an activity.
That's true. Just the day before you get your materials.
When with the let's say day 15.
No, why I asked if it was a day or night event, I remember that with with Eagles Empowered to Soar, when you added the reignite aspect to it. So I was thinking probably we can pop the balloon and then have like, you know, like when they have this kind of candle stuff, like you light your own candle, you reignite your own stuff, but when you finish popping the balloon and everything goes everywhere, you light your candle, then you turn off your light and it's going to be like nice and everybody just get this light illuminating, you know, and then you just hold it and we have some, it was take your candle, no, yeah, take your candle, go to, what the hell I write with? I didn't write what thing, so I'm going to get it straight. No, Charmaine, don't give me a look. It was take your candle, go light your world, and take your orange and color the world. Something like that.
Ooh, I like that.
So you just pop your balloon and then you reignite yourself.
My sister's coming soon, but I don't know if I could send like purchase a box of tea lights, right? Those tea light candles that are battery operated, And now all of you
Okay,
get
selling
one.
it for $100.
Okay.
We have them here at Munishwar.
Monishwar and all the
Okay.
Chinese.
So, y'all forgive me. What happened?
But this is
like
an
that.
activity you can. This is an activity you can like list or tell people that they need the materials a day before. You need to mention it earlier, and like you keep repeating it every day. Your material list. This is your package for this activism. This is your package. You keep repeating.
So that's what I said. Like the tools you need for the 16 days or 16 days of activism tools.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So of course a pen, a notebook, color pencils or crayons,
Coloring book
or crayons, the coloring book. I'll send that. I'm gonna finish it in time. Balloon,
confetti,
light,
whichever for a light.
A light or a tea light or a candle.
And our self-care stuff. What are we going to be doing for self-care? We need nail clippers, whatever. I'm not sure what we're talking about when we talk about that.
Self-care, like personal care. I think that would be more of a presentation.
Okay.
Yeah. For the assertiveness training, Janelle, do we need anything?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So I have pen, notebook, color, pencils or crayons, coloring book, balloon, confetti, the light or the candle. I don't know. I think the chiropractor is just gonna tell us like certain points that how we can do self-care on our own body, those identified pressure points. So we wouldn't need anything for that. I don't think we'll need
our sip and chat. What are we sipping?
Water.
No, tell people just come with a sorrel drink.
Yeah, whatever you sip, water, wine, whatever you want to sip, you can sip. We have to identify a chat topic, and of course we have the color and the coloring book. And since I think we should do like something with that. Well, we have the retreat. So, and I was thinking if we can find an activity to do every day, and the activity could be remind them to walk. Remind them, I remind them to take care of themselves, and to do their self-talk or something. But yeah, okay.
And then when we meet on the next day, then we can ask, how did you take care of yourself today? And it's like an icebreaker to get, people talking. How did you take care of yourself yesterday? What did you do? And so on. So it becomes like a daily thing that you practice.
Yeah. So that would be a part of our daily agenda.
Or instead of having people talk, I know people can be very shy on Zoom with people that they don't know. Let's have it like, we would call these things.
A poll.
A poll, yeah. So you just click and then we have the graph, show them how many persons actually, like you have it graphically represented.
So we'll do a daily poll and let everyone say what they did. Did you do your self-care? Yes or no?
And
yeah. Okay.
Yes or no, and then you list, and people could click did a spa, I went to the spa, I did this, I meditated, I breathed. And then at the end of the day, we're gonna accumulate everything and show people the progress. Oh, from day 1 to day 16, a lot of people start taking care of themselves more. A lot of people start, so that people could feel accomplished at the end of it, even though,
Yes, ma'am. Good. Hoo-hoo-hoo, yeah. We orange in the world. Okay. So next week we'll just, if you think of anything, we'll just like streamline this, put it together. I am going to have the flyer made. Sister Denise, would you like Sisters of Mercy flyer or whatever to be on their logo to be on the flyer? Just let me know. Trish, do you have a flyer for your business? Do you have a logo for your business?
I do. I have a logo.
Okay. Madam Denicia.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right. And we have Red Hands Bite You.
Oh gosh, I don't know which they're gonna be.
It's called the Ant's Nest.
Okay.
Like, add me on Facebook. We on Red Hands Bite. I don't know your name to add you on Facebook. Red Hands Bite. I was like, okay.
Okay, guys. So yeah, we're gonna organize this. I'll send this to everyone. And I know, by yourself you might come up with different ideas. Look at what we have, and you can, say, okay, this day I would like to participate. I would like to play an active role. And how about all of us arrange the 16 days, how you think it's a good flow. And then when we meet on next week, Saturday, I keep saying Sunday, when we meet next Saturday, we can look at it and compare it and then finalize it. And I will I'll send it to Shelley also, and I'll invite her to next week's meeting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And tomorrow is Singles Day, and we have a 3-hour retreat online. We're gonna talk about fashion tips, and Janelle is gonna lead us through a meditation.
Oh, sorry, I won't be able to make it tomorrow. It's Sunday.
Okay, I'll find someone to do meditation.
What time is it? What time would it be?
Let me show you. I'm still working on the flyer. Yeah, where is the flyer for that? I don't know. Oh, there we go. This is it. No. Right, let me find it and show you. I think it's 2 o'clock. Yeah. That's it. I think it's 2. So, now I never knew there was National Singles Day.